When I broke both of my arms, I had no idea how long I'd be out of work. The accident happened at the very end of the month, March 29th, right when it was time for me to tithe. And for the first time in years, I seriously considered not doing it. I remember looking at the money and I'm about to submit my donation. And I thought, what if I need this money? I have no idea how long I'm going to be out of work. Is this irresponsible? Honestly, I was scared. But what happened next deepened my faith in these spiritual principles more than almost anything else I've experienced. In this video, I'm going to explain what tithing really is, who you can give it to even if you don't go to church, and why I believe it's played an important role in transforming my financial life. So first, what is tithing? Tithing simply means giving back 10% of your income to God. It's talked about in many spiritual traditions because it reflects a universal principle. We reap what we sow. But one of the biggest questions people have is, who do you give your tithe to if you don't attend church? In her book, The Four Spiritual Laws of Prosperity, Edwin Gaines suggests that we tithe to the person or place where we receive our spiritual food. That idea really resonated with me. So I started giving my tithe to the places that were helping me grow spiritually and become a better person. That included a spiritual recovery program I'm part of, a book author whose teachings impacted my life, and even a YouTube creator whose message arrived at exactly the right time. Now, some people don't believe giving to charities or individuals counts as tithing. My advice is simple. Ask God. Pray about it. Every day, God, show me who to give my tithe to. God, show me who to give my tithe to. And keep asking, keep saying that prayer, and the answer will become apparent. You'll know where it should go. So why even tithe at all? For some people, it's an act of obedience. For me, it's an act of gratitude. Everything I have has been given to me one way or the other. And tithing is a way of saying thank you. It's a reminder that I trust God and I trust that there's more where this came from. I started tithing in 2020 and committed to giving 10% of my income each month. And to be honest, it wasn't always comfortable. There were times I would add up how much I'd given over the course of the year and think, wow, that's a lot of money. I could have invested it. I could have saved it. I could have used it for something fun. But every time I tithe, I felt like I was making a declaration of faith. I trust that I'll be taken care of. At some point, I started feeling like I couldn't afford not to tithe. By the way, if you're interested in applying spiritual principles like these to your finances in your life, I do offer one-on-one mentoring. A lot of people understand these ideas intellectually, but they struggle with actually putting them into practice consistently. That's where having someone to walk alongside you can make a big difference. So if you'd like to learn more, there's a link in the description. Now, let me tell you what happened when my faith was really tested. It was March of 2026, and I fell in a freak accident just walking down the sidewalk and I broke both of my arms. You can't make this stuff up, right? Suddenly, all of those spiritual principles I've been practicing weren't just ideas anymore, right? They were being tested. I didn't know how long I'd be unable to work. I didn't know how much my medicals would be, and I didn't know what was coming next. Because the accident happened right at the end of the month, it was time to tithe. Part of me wanted to hold on to the money and play it safe. But another part of me thought, these principles have carried me this far. I'm going to trust them. So I tithed anyway. Even though I was unable to work for more than 3 weeks, I still ended up making more money that month than I had in the several previous months. Now, was that because I tithed? I can't prove that. But what I can tell you is that experiences like that strengthen my faith in these spiritual principles. Tithing has helped shift me from a mindset of scarcity to a mindset of trust and abundance. And since I began practicing these principles, including tithing, my income has tripled and I've paid off more than $100,000 in debt. Now, tithing wasn't the only thing I was doing. I was also practicing forgiveness, setting goals, working on myself, following my purpose. But I truly believe that tithing helped open my heart to greater abundance and prosperity. So here's my question for you. Have you ever tried tithing? If you have, I'd love to hear about your experience in the comments. And if you've never done it before and you're willing to give it a try, comment, I will tithe. And if you're interested in spiritual principles that can help improve your finances, your relationships, your entire life, be sure to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye.